Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of Tornado Takeover. I am your host, Angela. I am missing my better half, who I'll break that story down in a minute. But we have a lot going on, as we always say, an action-packed show for you guys today. Jam-packed, excuse me, that's what we always say, a jam-packed show. Softball is getting ready to start. OU is on their quest for a 5-peat. So we will discuss who they are playing and how to watch them coming up, as well as baseball will be kicking off next week. So we'll be discussing that. Also, we have OSU, who has been just dominating on the mat. We'll talk about the wrestling team. Tennis has gotten their invitational to ITAs indoors, so we'll talk about their newest win and so much more. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Hello again and welcome to episode 18. I am your host, as always, the one and only Angela. So Fred will be here with us momentarily. However, we ordered Chinese for dinner so we could eat after the show because our Chinese restaurants only open on Tuesdays. Well, it's open Tuesday through Sunday, but Monday and Tuesdays are only days that we eat out because those are Fred's only off days from work. It was supposed to be delivered 30 minutes ago, and we still haven't seen it or heard from them. So Fred is downstairs right now waiting on our Chinese to be delivered. But as soon as it gets delivered, he's going to put it away from the dog and head right up here. So have no fear. My trusty partner in crime and partner in life will be here momentarily, but we are waiting on the Chinese to come. So just wanted to shout out real quick. As you can tell, I'm wearing my breast cancer stuff today because today is none other than a World Cancer Day. So shout out to those who have either fought and survived cancer. A huge shout out, because let me just tell you, that was probably one of the roughest things I've ever had to go through in my life. And if I continue to talk about it, I'm most likely going to start crying. People who are going through it now, trust me, you're not alone. No matter what you go through in life, you are absolutely not alone. Everybody's cancer story is different, but there's so many people that are going to be there for you and loved ones who have gone through it. My grandmother, who just recently passed away, was diagnosed with breast cancer, and not recently, but was diagnosed with breast cancer. This year, I believe it would have been 11 years. I think she was 3 years prior to me having breast cancer. And I will be 8 years this year. So I think she was 3 years. So even though hers wasn't as severe as mine, it still just does something to you. And then I've had friends who've gone through it after me, etc. And even before me. And it's just the hardest thing. So not only to all of my breast cancer girlies, but all types of cancers. This is our day. We are here to celebrate, as each and every day we are. Mr. Taryn Rodriguez is in the chat, says, good evening, Angela and Fred. Awesome show. Taryn, I will let Fred know that you said that as soon as our food comes and he gets back up here. So we also have a really great segment that we're going to jump in later because I'm waiting on Fred to get here to do it with you guys. So we will get to that in a little bit. So first, let's hear a word from all of our amazing sponsors, because without them, we would not be here. So let's jump right into our sponsors. As soon as we hear a word from them, I'll be right back to dive in on all things the great Oklahoma Sooners. So Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, Esports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
right, welcome back. Real quick, Taryn jumped in and said, "You're amazing, Angela, one of the strongest people I've met. Thank you for being a beacon of light and sharing this story in terms of World Cancer Day." Absolutely. I will never not share my story or raise awareness for cancer of any sort. My best friend, one of my maids of honor in my wedding, her mom actually passed away almost 2 years now. March 1st will be 2 years that she passed away with pancreatic cancer. Like, I will always share my story. So, all right, let's dive into it. Still no word on our food yet. So I'm just going to jump right into it. And like I said, when Fred gets here, he will be here as soon as our food is delivered. So a huge shout out to all of our amazing sponsors, Planet Jerky Premium Beef Jerky. Make sure you go check them out on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Go grab you some jerky. Head over to their website, planetjerky.net. Grab you a bag. They have family bags. They have smaller bags, premium beef jerky. Wonderful. Many different flavors. Also Vital Apparel, who is a wonderful t-shirt brand. They have not just t-shirts, they have shirts, sweatshirts, women's apparel, anything you can think of for the gym, etc. Excuse me. Make sure you use our code IESR for 15% off. I also Seal the Deal wax seals. Cecilia does an amazing job. You guys know that Fred and I cannot rave. Like, that's not the phrase I was going. We can't say any negative things about Seal the Deal. I don't know which phrase I was going to use, but I just threw it. It just all went out the window. We love Cecilia so much. She does such an amazing job on all of the seals. Like, we got more compliments, I'm pretty sure, on the seals than on the invitations that I spent 6.5 months creating and printing and mailing. So, love them. Also, huge shout out to IE Sports Radio, because again, without them, we would not be here and I would not have anything to do during the day. No, I'm kidding. So huge shout out to IE Sports Radio. Make sure you go follow us on X, IG, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, all at IE Sports Radio. Also head over to the website, iesportsradio.com, visit our blog, visit the shop, go grab a great shirt. The shirts are such good quality. Like, they're amazing. Go grab a fitted, whatever you want. We got you. Also, make sure you check out our show's Twitter or X account, right here at Tornado TKOV_IE. That's where you can find us and chat with us. And shout out to our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition Supplements. Use our code IESR for 10% off. Grab your nutritious, your supplements for the gym, for your everyday life, etc. So make sure you go check them out at getrawnutrition.com. All right, so let's dive right into it. We're going to talk about nobody other than the Oklahoma Sooners, as we always do to kick off a show. So we're going to start with the men's basketball team, who will tonight be taking on number 1 Auburn. So let's go back because the last time we were on air on the 28th, they were actually in Texas playing Texas A&M. Unfortunately, they did lose to Texas A&M 75-68. However, on Saturday, they ended up hosting number 24 Vanderbilt, which they ended up demolishing them 97-67. I don't know where I got a 20 from, but the score was 97-67. That is only the Sooners' second, I believe. Let me look it up real quick. Third conference one. Forgot we beat South Carolina. Somebody else and Vanderbilt. Who was that other? Who else did we beat? Oh, Arkansas. So it was 2 back-to-back wins against South Carolina and Arkansas, then the loss against Texas A&M, and then started out February with a win against Vanderbilt. So tonight we are playing number 1 Auburn. The game will start at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. So right after this show, head over to the SEC Network if you have it. You probably can find it on ESPN Plus if you have all of that jazz too. And make sure you watch the guys. Honestly, it's going to be a great game. I'm just so like, we started the season off 13-0. So the fact that our record now is 16-5 isn't looking too good. Conference play was really just kind of bursted our little undefeated streaks bubble. But hopefully we can, if we don't pull out a win, which would be an absolute miracle, I would absolutely love if we pulled out a win tonight. At least keep it close. At least keep there some competition in the game. So after today's game, Saturday, they will host number 4 Tennessee. So 2 huge back-to-back top 5 teams that we're going to be playing against. So anyway, sorry. My mom just texted and it just popped up on the thing and I like half read it. All right, so let's talk about our Lady Sooners while we are on the basketball trail. They played since the last time we met. They did head to Louisiana to take on LSU. That score was 109 to 10. Or excuse me, that's a bold-faced lie. The score was 100 to 107. These are not reading glasses. These are to protect my eyes from the screen. So clearly I need reading glasses if I thought the score was 100 was 109. Anyways, that game was, Fred wasn't home yet. I had just got done watching, I don't even know what I was watching. Oh, the Pro Bowl. I just got watching the Pro Bowl games. And I flipped over to it before. I'm really big into traders. So before I flipped into traders, I turned the game on, the end of this game. When I tell you, when I turned this game on in the third quarter, there was no way in HE double hockey sticks that I thought that OU was even going to remotely come close. When I tell you that this game was so nuts, both coaches got a technical, 2 people got ejected. I mean, people were fouling out right, left, and center. I don't know how Reagan Beers didn't foul out. She was almost there. That game was nuts, okay? And it was only the second half. So the third quarter of the game just really got crazy nuts. By the fourth quarter, OU had brought the game within 1. Literally, I think the last time OU scored, the score was, I want to say 100 to 101. And then after that, it was lights out. OU couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. They kept turning the ball over. It was literally within the last minute and a half. It was nuts. I really thought that they were going to pull this game out. Did not work. Very upset. But as heartbreaking as the loss is, they played very well in the second half against LSU, or number 7 LSU. Now, mind you, OU is ranked number 13, but we all know how LSU is with their women's basketball. It's about like South Carolina. Okay. All right. So then Sunday, they hosted their breast cancer night, hosting number 12 Kentucky, to which they fell 95 to 86 to Kentucky. Kind of a heartbreaker. I foresee OU has already dropped from 13 to 15. I really thought we were going to drop a little more. It is what it is. OU right now is sitting 4-5 in the conference, 16-9 overall. So both the men's and the women's basically have the same, the same record. OU's women's definitely has a better conference record than the men's, but it's only 1 score or 1 win higher. Little upsetting. Little upsetting. All right. So, we just talked about basketball. Football is coming up, and I'm not going to harp too much on. I apparently took like 900 pictures on my phone trying to bring my phone upstairs. Not going to harp too much on football when it comes to Oklahoma. There are a lot of moving pieces. However, Brent Venables has added the following to our coaching staff. Nate Drelling is going to be the inside linebackers coach, and Wes Godwin is going to be the assistant linebacker, outside linebacker coach. So got some help there on the linebacker side of the ball. However, excuse me, there is a lot going on when I tell you as far as the head coach. So it has come out within the last week that there's most likely not going to be a defensive coordinator when it comes to Oklahoma football. Okay. Brent Venables says that he's got this. This isn't the first time. I am paraphrasing. If you'd like to hear exactly what he said, go look it up yourself. But he basically said, I got this, which I don't want to go in and say that does he, because he does have a record, like he does have history to stand on. So he was co-defensive coordinator and defensive coordinator with the Sooners from 99 to 11. So he has a little bit of history, coaching. Obviously, he's a defensive coach. We all know this. He also did win a BCS national championship and 7 Big 12 titles under Bob Stoops as a defensive coordinator. So clearly he's doing something right. My question is this really the right move? He has come out to make a statement. This is from Brent Venables. I got this on Twitter X. Don't try to sue me. I don't have that kind of money. And says, since I was hired as head coach, we have carefully assembled the defensive personnel and scheme that is suited to compete at the highest level. And we built a deep and talented roster ready for the moment. I have high expectations for our program and will do everything in my power to achieve our goal for our players. End quote. Again, that is a direct quote from Brent Venables himself. You can find it on the Oklahoma Athletic or Oklahoma Football X account. Don't come at me. All right. I quote in my tweets. I'm not copyrighted. Don't sue me. So again, a lot going on. Not really worth just sitting here and harp on. Jumping real quick into the chat, Larry is saying, Angela, that's me. Like I said, Fred will be here if you missed the beginning of the show. Fred is waiting on our dinner that was supposed to be delivered almost an hour ago. We are coming up on 30 minutes late. No, 40 minutes late. So no, 50 minutes. We are coming up on 50 minutes ago that it was supposed to be delivered. So he is waiting. As soon as our food gets delivered, he will jump back up here. Hopefully he won't miss the whole show. And then Larry said, damn good game. He was referring to the OU LSU game. I'm about 99.9% sure. That was a great game. Honestly, the only last, again, not going to lie, I only watched the second half. But from the middle of the third quarter to the very end was the best part of that game. All right, we're going to switch on from football because, like I said, not a whole lot. However, while we are on the football train, I do just want to give a huge special shout out and congratulations to former Sooners who are playing in the Super Bowl this weekend. So we're going to start. I don't know who's home and who's away. I frankly don't care. I don't have a dog in this fight. But for the team that I'm not going to be pulling for, the Kansas City Chiefs, we do have a former Arizona Cardinal, Mr. Hollywood Brown, these are all players who went to Oklahoma, just the University of Oklahoma. Hollywood Brown, Creed Humphrey, who is also from Oklahoma. McCade Mater, I'm probably pronouncing his last name wrong. Sorry. Come at me if you want to. Wayna Morris. Don't really know this guy's name, and I'm about to butcher the you-know-what out of it. Samaje Perini. I don't know. And James Winchester. I can pronounce that. All right. For the Philadelphia Eagles, who is the team that I'm going to pull for? Because, well, if you know, you know, I'm not a Swiftie at all. So sorry. Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson both went to Oklahoma. Actually, all of those gentlemen, 6, 7, 8, all 8 of those, Samaje Perine. Rini? Am I saying this right, Taryn? Taryn has in the chat I'm like the worst at pronouncing words. Mm-hmm. If I told y'all that my grandma was an English major and had her master's in English, y'all literally would probably be like, excuse me, what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is how you pronounce this guy's name that I was trying to. Samaje. See, I got Samaje. His last name, I'm out. Renee, like time. Rhine. Samaje Pirine. Okay, we got it. We're in there. I got it. Thanks, Terrence. See, I knew I could count on my fellow IE Sports Radio family to help me through. Ralph jumped in and said, good evening, Angela. You're incredibly glad it's all going well. Say hello to Fred for me. Have a great show. Thank you. Like I said, hopefully he'll be here soon. All right. So moving on real quick, let's jump into track and field. Right now, our men are sitting at number 6 in the national TFRI rankings, and our women are at number 10. They've had a great show. Fred just texted and said, I'm still waiting. They have been doing great. Quick recap on their past tournament, which was the JD Invitational, Invitational. It was the JD Martin Invitational, the Delos Dodson Invitational, and the Razorback Invitational. So there was multiple invitations at one. Fred says to tell everyone hello. He wishes he could be up here. You know, this is the funniest thing ever. They did set a 1 school record, 3 marks of top 16 in the NCAA, 13 event wins, 14 top performances in OU history. I don't remember if I said that right. 14 top 10 performances in OU history. 10 marks on the top 8 in the SEC, and 57 personal records. Congratulations to everyone with the OU track and field, indoor track and field. You guys are killing it. All right. So now we're going to jump into tennis very quickly. Tennis today hosted number 12, Oklahoma hosted Tulsa, and for on the women's side, and ended up bringing home the win at a 6-1 score. I don't know what I was about to say, but they beat Tulsa. Okay, all right. Let's see what else is going on. Heading into gymnastics. Men's tennis did end up beating Oral Roberts 7-0. Let's jump in. Wait. And then I believe yesterday. I can't remember if it was yesterday or today. They were at Air Force. Number 12 Oklahoma defeated Air Force 7-0. So the men's side of the ball, the tennis court is doing their thing, as well as the women's side. All right, we're going to jump really quick into some men's gymnastics. Fred just said something and it scared me. Sorry, guys. Jumping into, I guess our food just showed up. Men's gymnastics men are still ranked number 1. So congratulations to them. They did defeat Gen B's Ohio State by the score of 322.900 to 316.300 to hold on to that number 1 spot. So congratulations to our men. Also, while we're talking about our men's gymnastics team, I just had Mr. Ignacio Yockers is the MPSF Gymnast of the Week. This is the 10th time in his career that he has received a MPSF award. So sports award. So congratulations to him. Now heading on to the other side of the mat for women's gymnastics. Excuse me. Our women are still number 1 and still doing their thing. Let me tell you, if you saw on Twitter or X, you saw on X, I was very frustrated at my girls' score. Faith Torres should not have got a score on her floor less than Jordan Bowers. Her score should have been a lot higher than Jordan Bowers. Guys, guess who is here? Guess who has arrived?
Hey, what up?
The horse. So Fred is rereading all of the chat messages while I continue to talk. So Jordan Bowers, I believe on her floor got a 9. What was it? A 9.9?
Yeah.
A 9.5?
Yeah.
Was it 9.9? It was a 9.5. And Faith got a 9 flat. And what I mean by 9.9 is a 9.9 out of 10. Meaning, or she got a 9.5, meaning that she had a 0.5 deduction. Anyways, regardless, I don't know what the deduction was. I didn't see all of it. Terrence in the chat says, Fred.
What's up, everybody?
I'm just glad we have food now.
I know, right?
An hour late, but we have food.
We have food. And it's nice and hot, too.
It'll be even warmer when we get done with the show than had it come before the show and set there. We're going to think positive about this.
Absolutely. What's up, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Sorry, I'm late. I was waiting for dinner. We both were waiting for dinner, which took whole hour. Kind of reminds me.
50 minutes late.
Excuse me. Kind of reminds me of another situation where we waited for an hour, but we're going to leave that one alone. Anyway, proceed.
Right. So, regarding the, I was just not happy. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional gymnast. They saw something different than I saw. I thought that Faith Torres did a flawless job. I thought that she had a 10, her routine.
Excuse me.
Anyways, so her and Miss Faith Torres and Jordan Bowers both received co-gymnast of the week from the SEC. So congratulations, ladies, for that. All right, so our next meet in women's gymnastics is this weekend. I believe it is the 7th. That is Friday night. Because tomorrow's my best friend's birthday, and that's the 5th. And then we have the 6th is Thursday. Yes. Y'all see how I think here. The 7th is our next meet against Kentucky. It is alumni night. So if you by chance know anybody who is an alumni of OU Gymnastics, please make sure that they come out and get celebrated. All right, so let's look ahead. Before we go much further, let's chat about the one and only Patty Glasgow. Coming up, our OU women's softball will be starting their quest. There's like a piece of hair on my face that's like tickling me all of a sudden. We'll be starting their quest at a 5 Peats. You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this broke yesterday, so we want to give a huge shout out. Patty Glasgow will be the head coach of the USA softball women's national team that will compete in Oklahoma, mind you,
That's right.
and during the LA 2028 Olympics. So congratulations. I don't know why all of a sudden I just got chills. So congratulations to Patty Glasgow. I know she's going to do an amazing job. She's going to set up a great team.
Yeah, she's a great coach.
Absolutely.
What she's done with Oklahoma softball.
I'm sorry. Let me slide over so you can get more in the camera.
Fine. No,
I'm used to like sitting in the past 30 minutes.
What she's done for Oklahoma softball has been incredible, and not just for obviously it's a women's sport. Yeah. But just for women's sports in general. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like she's definitely an icon. So she gets all the accolades she deserves. Every accolade she gets, she deserves. So I just want to throw that in there. But definitely.
Absolutely. And feeding off of that, softball begins this Thursday. So we're the OU Sooners are going to be taking a West Coast trip. They are going to be playing CSUN on Thursday, the 6th. Then they're also going to be playing San Diego State University. I believe this is going to be at San Diego State. I'm about 99.999% sure. This is going to be at San Diego State, and it's completely sold out now. So if you were looking for tickets, unfortunately, you can't find tickets. However, you can watch the first game against CSUN on Soonersports.com/watch. You can find game 2 against San Diego State on Mountain West Network. I wasn't having these speech problems until you showed up. I'm kidding.
I'll make you nervous.
Don't go nowhere.
Nope, wouldn't dream of it.
And then on Friday, they will be playing Cal Baptist, which is the alma mater of Larry B. and his wife, Cecilia.
Shout out.
That game, if you want to watch it, will also be on Soonersports.com/watch, which is the home of the Oklahoma Sooners. Okay. They will play Friday later that day against Cal State Fullerton. That game will be on ESPN Plus. Saturday, they will be playing Loyola Marymount. Sunday, they will be playing Long Beach State. All three of those last games, Cal State Fullerton, Loyola Marymount, and Long Beach State, will all be on ESPN Plus if you want to watch. Now, let me see if I have missed anything coming up in Sooner sports. Like we already talked about women's tennis. That's today. Men's tennis tomorrow is going to be hosting Tulsa. Women's gymnastics on Friday. Men's basketball. Women's gymnastics has some promotions going on. So the meet is going to start at 7:15 Central Time. It's at LNC. It's at home. It is alumni night. It's also game show night and National Girls and Women in Sports night. Celebration, excuse me. Concessions and ticket deal is a perfect 10 combo. $10 tickets include soda and a hot dog giveaway. They're going to be doing prizes throughout the night, such as concert tickets, Riverwind hotel packages, and more. So make sure you turn out for that. Men's basketball against Tennessee is at noon on Saturday. It will be on ESPN or ESPN2. Make sure you stripe the LNC. If you are in a even number section, you are going to wear crimson. If you are in a odd number section, you're either going to wear cream or white. They say white. We know the colors are crimson and cream. You guys can figure it out.
You can still wear white.
And at halftime, they're going to be doing the baby race. So if you have a baby, sign your baby up for the baby race. All right. And then on Saturday, men's gymnastics will be hosting Stanford and Greenville. Unfortunately, it's not the Greenville I'm from. But they will be hosting number 3 Stanford and number 12 Greenville at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. It is Cleveland night. It's also alumni night, Educator Appreciation Night. Tickets still, if you show your tickets from the women's gymnastics game or the men's basketball game, you will receive free admission. There is $2 soda and beer and popcorn. There is a pre-meet face painting with photos with championship trophy and a post-meet autograph with the team. All right, let me go through. I think I've covered everything in the great
University
Oklahoma.
OU.
Yeah. All right. We are going to take a short, quick, fast, and a hurry break. When we get back, we will jump into the Cowboys of Oklahoma State and also the Golden Hurricanes of Tulsa. You guys are watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter. At any time, be happy to reply. Always willing to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, are you in the market for Florida sports or just keeping up with the latest in the Panhandle? Palm Tree Sports is a dedicated audio hub to all things sports in the Sunshine State. We cover current events, big news, heavily favored opinions all across the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. So come check us out every Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a down south education on Florida sports and athletics. It's hosted by yours truly, Corey Pujols, and is powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, we are back.
What up? We have returned. Tornado Takeover again. Sorry I'm late. But
We are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela. And all right. I don't know where I was going to go with the we. I don't know. All right. Because Fred missed the beginning of the show and he has all the important information, we're going to do our segment with you guys. Now, we are going to do, during the month of February, a Black History Month segment, focusing on influential people in the state of Oklahoma, either sports related. We'll throw probably one sports related, one influential person out or notable person out throughout the month. So this month or this week, the person that we are going to be highlighting and talking about is none other than...
Well, before we say his name, this individual, just kind of throwing a little something out there, was said to have brought the seal of Oklahoma from Guthrie to Oklahoma City. This was supposed to be back in 1910. It was a claim by the Oklahoma founding father, Alfalfa Bill Murray. Claim in 52, the plot is called upon Jim Noble, but it actually says in 1910, Mr. Jim Noble.
Is he one of the reasons where the Lloyd Noble Center comes from?
I don't think so, but He definitely was a messenger and a custodian, and he is accredited to have carried the seal of Oklahoma from Guthrie, Oklahoma, which is probably about half an hour away from.
I was going to ask, how far away is that from Oklahoma City?
Yeah. From what I heard, and just kind of like a side note, Guthrie has like a really good Airbnb out there. I know some people that have stayed out there.
I found that this is really random. Talking about,
you know what I'm saying? Just kind of throwing that out there.
But talk about an Airbnb. This girl popped up on my Facebook page the other day. You know how you're scrolling through Facebook Reels? Mm-hmm. It popped up, and it was like a beautiful cabin.
Yeah.
And then she had a shirt in Shakota. Shakota?
Sequoia.
No, started with the CH. The place that Carrie Underwood's from.
Shawnee is what she claims.
No, she's from Shakota. It's Chotaw. I'm about 99% sure.
Let me see if I can pronounce it right.
She has a song. She wrote a song about it.
She was born in Muskogee.
Yeah, I knew she was born in Muskogee, which is near. Because remember when I did my whole country history lesson road trip?
Right.
I'm pretty sure
they claim Shawnee claims her.
Well, you know what? Anybody can claim anybody.
Well, that's just like Yukon claims Garth Brooks, even though he was actually born in Tulsa.
Choctaw.
Choctaw.
I said Shakota.
You said Chakota.
I was like, I even spelled it that way.
Oh my gosh. Choctaw.
All right. Yeah, she's some lady that's from there. I don't even remember the name of the Airbnb now. It was really pretty. Anyways.
But anyway, that's why I threw that out there. Yeah, just kind of a side note. But Mr. Jim Noble is accredited to have taken the seal of Oklahoma from Guthrie to Oklahoma City. And that's when Oklahoma City officially became the capital, which is the largest city in the state of Oklahoma. That's when he did that, and it became the official capital.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Also on an athletic side, we were having this discussion, I think.
Yeah. Waiting on the Chinese food.
No, you and I were having this discussion earlier. We were talking about, a lot of people talk about Jalen Hurts being from Alabama and everything he did for Alabama. Yes, he was there for 3 years prior, but he actually finished his collegiate career. I almost said degree. I don't know if the guy ever got a degree. But his collegiate career at
the University of Oklahoma. This is
true. He was also a Heisman Trophy runner-up, and he was named second team All-American by Sports News and third team All-American by AP. So
congrats. Not to mention, we'll mention him anyway, Mr. Kyler Murray. He was wasn't he a Heisman winner?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to go see his Heisman Trophy.
He was cold in OU. Yeah. He got hurt. I mean, he's still good.
Yeah.
But anyway, just kind of like a little sidebar,
Well, the Super Bowl is coming up. That's why I threw in Jalen Hurts.
No, definitely.
All right, guys. So now we are going to head up to Hello? Excuse me? Hello?
Hello.
What did I do?
Hello.
I broke the thing. Here we go. I was waiting for somebody in the comments to be like, hello, we hear you.
Hello.
I do that when I can't figure something out. I talk to the technology. Hello? I'm always talking to technology.
Oh, I do it all the time at work.
All right. So we are going to head to Stillwater, talk about those Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Go Pokes.
Go Pokes. The Pokes this week in wrestling are still undefeated. Went 36 beat Missouri 36-3 to stay that undefeated in senior night. And they have officially moved up the record to number 2.
Woohoo!
I don't know why I did all that. That was a little extra.
No, that's good.
You have anything you'd like to add about any?
I would. Right now, there is a game going on with Oklahoma State and Houston. Houston is up 6 points, 39-33. It's into the first quarter. So
this is in the first half. They play half.
First half, excuse me. No, you're right. But yeah, definitely go check that out.
Weren't we in the middle of doing a show once before when we were playing Houston? I feel like we were.
I believe so, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong.
I believe we were. Also, real quick, going back to not to cut you off, but going back to wrestling, when they competed, I believe, what was it, on Sunday? Oh, it was on Sunday, right? Wrestling? OU wrestling was on Sunday? Okay, I want to make sure I got the right team. I want to make sure I got the right date. Okay. All right, so when OU competed on Sunday against Missouri, they had the 5th largest crowd in program history with a whopping total of 10,740 people showing up to watch your now ranked number 2 Oklahoma State Cowboys wrestling program. So that's amazing because that's what, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's what a lot of like basketball programs bring in, 10 to 15,000, depending on the size of the gym. I worked for a pro soccer stadium and we didn't even have 10,000 seats in our okay, I lie. We used to have 10,001 because I had to count every last one of them. Then they added field seating plus the additional seating in this suite section. So now there's still not 10,700. So that is amazing for just something like wrestling, you know. It's not like it was like we were number 1 and we were playing, or we were number 3 and playing the number 1 team, you know, etc. So real quick, coming up this week, yesterday, all day Monday and Tuesday, your Cowgirl Golf is at the FAU Paradise Invite. So is Oklahoma. I forgot to mention that. They are also in Boca Raton, Florida for that. We just talked about men's basketball being at Houston. That game tipped off at 8 p.m. Thursday, Cowboy Golf will be at the Amir Ari Invite all day on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Softball will be we'll be playing against Florida State in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. That was the worst Hispanic accent I've ever done in my life.
You did pretty good.
That game will be at 10 a.m. Central Time. So 11 a.m. A.M. That means that game starts at 8 a.m. their time.
Right.
Boy. Anyways, Friday indoor track will be at the Steve Miller Invite all day Friday and Saturday. Cowgirl tennis will be at the ITA Indoor National Championships all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Softball will be at versus Louisiana Tech at 4 p.m. on Friday, and Northern Colorado at 7 p.m. On Saturday, Cowboy tennis will be at Washington. Cowgirl basketball will host Kansas State. Wrestling will be at Little Rock. Cowboy tennis will be at Seattle, and softball will be playing Florida State again. On Sunday, Cowboy basketball will be hosting no other than the Arizona State Sun Devils. All right. Anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, not at all. I think everything was covered pretty well.
Flew through?
Yeah.
You want to head over to to Tulsa?
Let's do that.
All right, let's take
They are in somewhat similar. I mean, they have the same area code, so.
Do they really?
Yep, 918.
Well,
little sidebar. See.
If anybody calls from a 918 area code, I'm not going to answer it because I'm going to know where it's from now.
Mm-hmm.
Your skin is warm.
Good, because it's cold.
Or something. My arm was warm.
Me.
All right. Anyways, a huge shout out to Miss Elise Hill, who women's basketball, and Mr. Luke Birdseye from men's track long distance, they I believe they were Scholar Athletes of the Week. I took a screenshot of this and I completely forgot what they were. Whoops, that was an epic fail of the month. Hold on, I can tell you again what they were. They were, drum roll please, Student Athletes of the Week. Student Athletes of the Week. I knew they were something, okay? They were Student Athletes of the Week. Oh, we forgot to talk about OSU men's and women's basketball.
Well, I did mention Oklahoma State is playing Houston.
Yeah, but I forgot to go back and look at past games. Oh, gosh, I am failing right now.
You are not failing. All right, let's go look at some of the men. Let's add some of that. Just making it short and sweet, guys.
I apologize.
Let's see.
Houston,
OSU did defeat Utah.
In what? Men's or women's?
In men's.
That was their breast cancer night. They were behind.
That was on the first.
They ended up winning?
They did. Let's see. Bryce Thompson scored 20 points. Marcellus Avery scored 17. And Oklahoma State did beat Utah 81-72 on Saturday. So
awesome.
They did come out with the win on that one.
Okay, real quick against we're talking about the women's. From the last time we met, Oklahoma State did defeat Arizona State women's basketball 83-71 on Wednesday the 29th. Then they lost to the West Virginia Mountaineers 54-37. Yikers. As mentioned earlier, they will host Kansas State. They have dropped from 24 down to 25. So still hanging in there. Still got a record of 18-4.
I mean, very impressive.
And they're sitting in the top 5 of the Big 12. Big 12 Women's Conference.
Definitely.
So congratulations to them.
Indeed.
All right.
Switching back to Tulsa.
Now we're officially heading back to, I almost said the great state of Tulsa.
Great city of Tulsa. Tulsa is,
not
for anyone
afraid.
who's ever been to Tulsa, Tulsa is very scenic. It's beautiful out there. I think you'd like it. You know?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I just want to see where people are from.
Yeah. I know why.
What?
'Cause I know what your intentions are, you know.
What are my intentions?
Mm-hmm. You're going to go terrorize that school because, you know, they're rivals to East Carolina.
Oh, screw the Golden Hurricanes. They ain't even got a real mascot.
Yeah, but they're on our show.
I mean, fair enough. Touche.
Moving forward, though. I get it, though. I mean, it's a competitive thing, guys. You know what it
I'm
is.
more talking about like Garth Brooks is from there. Or no.
Carrie Underwood.
No, she's not from Tulsa.
No.
Broken Bow is where Kristen Chenoweth, the original Glenda. If you are a Wicked girl, you know what I'm talking about. She's from Broken Bow.
Alfred Woodard is also from Tulsa. She's a very well-known actress.
Exactly. Hanson, that was my childhood crush growing up. See, you know, I that's how I enrich myself in the history of these cities. It works.
Were you like that with Oklahoma City? You are now.
Now.
Right. Now. Like
because I'm enriching myself in the history
Do you hear this?
Your
Don't even try it. Don't even try it.
City. That's where the love of my life was born and raised.
This is true. I am from
This
Oklahoma
is
City.
why I pour so much heart and love into Oklahoma University.
I want y'all to watch this.
And the great show that we have called Tornado Takeover.
In the great state of Tulsa.
I was doing my show.
You were doing just fine.
By myself.
Right, but guess what? The views popped up too.
All right. Anyways.
Moving forward.
After we last left off, what men's hurricane. Oh my god. Men's basketball.
What make you nervous?
I guess.
You were doing just fine.
I was doing great. Nah, I just can't.
I walked by, kind of heard you and everything. Oh my gosh, she got it up there. I got up here and it's just.
All right. I have nobody else to discuss it with besides myself when it's just
Well,
me.
we have 54 viewers watching.
Yeah, they ain't said nothing in the comment section.
I don't know. Let's
though.
check the comment section real quick.
It hasn't changed.
It has not changed. No, it has not.
All right. Anyways, back to what we was originally discussing. The Tulsa Golden Hurricanes men's team. As of Wednesday, the 29th, after we left off, they did lose to the University of Alabama, Birmingham, also known as the UAB Blazers, 78-68. They then traveled to Tulane, which can't do that school. They ended up losing 59-56. Tomorrow, they're heading to number 17, Memphis, to take on the Tigers at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, they will head home to host the Florida Atlantic University. I get FAU and FI. It is FIU? Florida Atlantic and Florida Institute. Florida Atlantic.
Yeah.
FAI. Whatever. Those two schools confused. Florida Atlantic University Owls. They will host them on Saturday. When looking at the standings, the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes is not doing too great. They are 3rd and 6th in the conference, 9 and 13 overall. They are 1 and 5 on the road, so we struggle on the road. 7 and 6 overall at home, so definitely need that home crowd. All right, now we're going to head over to the women's side. When we left off, women were in rice. They were in rice like a phone. They got wet and they needed to dry off. I really just said they was in rice.
Yeah, in rice.
Uh-huh. Still can't remember where the hell I said that school was. Was it Houston? Outside of Houston?
Rice.
We had this discussion
it
last
is outside
year.
Of Houston, remember? No, just
last week.
Last week.
Anyways, they lost to Rice. They lost to Rice 64-45. That's what I'm about to dig into when I get off of here. Some fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
They came home and hosted the Wichita State Shockers, to which they beat them 56-42. They will head to Charlotte, North Carolina, also known as the Queen City, on tomorrow, and play them at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central. Games on ESPN Plus. Then they head on Saturday to Greenville, North Carolina.
Hey.
To my home. Oh, sorry. I got a little too excited. They're going to head to my hometown. They're going to see like where I grew up. Not really, because they don't pass by my old house. But they will see the school that my mom and dad both graduated high school with. It's now the middle school. It's right across the street from my old church, but they won't pass my old church. They'll see the grocery store that I used to go to all the time. No, I used to go to the Harris Teeter. It's not there anymore. They'll probably pass by my Domino's where I used to get all my pizza before game day. Actually, I don't know how they're going to go.
I want to go to Sub Dogs.
Oh, Sub Dogs is amazing. Best hot dogs on the planet. Sub Crushes, vodka, orange to vodka.
It's a wrap.
You got it.
It's a wrap.
All right. Anyway, sorry. That went way sidetracked because we are not doing a show about my hometown. We were doing a show about his home state. All right. Taryn, it was so kind to help me out. This says FAU or the Isles. FIU. It is FIU are the Panthers. They're not even in our conference. Anyways, Saturday, Tulsa will be heading to Greenville, North Carolina, 278.
One of my favorite places in the world.
252 area code. Get it straight.
Get it straight.
To take on they're both 11-11. East Carolina Pirates. Okay. Also, this week in Tulsa athletics, I can't see what the dookie. Yesterday, the women's golf was at the IDF Intercollegiate in Orlando. They will also be there today. Women's tennis was at Oklahoma. We already talked about that. They lost 6-1 against the Sooners. Tomorrow, men's tennis will be at Oklahoma. We discussed that. Women's basketball at Charlotte. Men's basketball at Memphis. Friday, men's tennis has a double header against New Mexico State. The Lobos, 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. in Tulsa. He ran away. Softball will be in Corpus Christi at Texas A&M. No, excuse me. They will be at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, in Huntsville, Texas. Set to take off at first pitch is at 11 a.m. Central. Excuse me. Saturday, softball will be still in Huntsville. They will be hosting Bryant and Sam Houston. Bryant, the first pitch will be at 10:30 Eastern or 10:30 Central, and against Sam Houston will be at 3:30 p.m. Central. Saturday, men's basketball will be hosting FAU, the Owls, and women's basketball will be playing against the Pirates in Williams Arena at Menges Coliseum in Greenville, North Carolina. And Sunday, men's tennis will be hosting Illinois State, and softball will be playing still in Huntsville against Bryant at 11 a.m. and Texas at 12:30 p.m. So a lot going on in Tulsa with Tulsa sports. All right, we are going to take one last very quick break. When we get back, we're going to discuss all things Oklahoma City Thunder, and then we're going to bid you farewell. So we will be right back after this very quick message.
Are you a fan of Minnesota sports? Do you love the Vikings and hate the Packers? Are you a fan of the Timberwolves, Twins, Wild, Lynx, St. Paul Saints? Here on the Bold North Breakdown, we'll talk about all of those professional teams as well as all the college teams in the area. That's your basketball teams, football, hockey, volleyball, men's and women's sports alike. We talk about them all. Here on the Bold North Breakdown. Join me, your host, Glenn Ritter, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central to discuss all that is happening in the Minnesota sports scene. Here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, guys, welcome back. Like I said earlier, we are going to head down to the capital, Oklahoma City, and chat about those Fire Thunder.
Yeah, they're definitely.
That didn't make any sense at all. It made better sense in my head. Didn't really resonate.
Well, the Thunder is definitely, bringing the fire. They do have the second best record in the league at 39-9.
Who has the best record?
Cavaliers. They're
they got us by 1 point.
One game. One
game.
We still, to this day, hold the best record. So we are the best in the West. All right.
Oh. All right. Who you yelling at?
I just want to, just let myself be heard. So, starting off this month, they've actually been doing very well.
What was the games that we passed from the last from? Then they lost against the Golden State.
Yeah.
109-116. That was right after our last show.
Right.
And then they
defeated the Sacramento Kings on Saturday, 110-144 in favor of Oklahoma City. The Bucks, we just beat them last night, 125-96.
That game was awful.
I didn't even get to see the game, but I did get to see the stats. However, there will be a game tomorrow at home playing against the Phoenix Suns. My former Oklahoma City Thunder alumni, Kevin Durant, will be yeah. Because actually
making his way back to the Paycom Center. What the heck all of a sudden just happened?
Which used to be the Ford
Arena?
The Ford Arena, and then they changed it to the Paycom Center. But that will be showing at 9:30 tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. Thunder's sharp. I mean, what can we say about them? I mean, they're on fire. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and team, everybody, not just him. They're playing amazing. You know, this is definitely one of, if possibly not their best season they've had since their inception. Fun fact for those who don't know, they actually started off as the Seattle Supersonics. Kevin Durant did get drafted from Texas to Seattle before Oklahoma City had purchased the team. This was back in 2008. So
that was my supersonic dance.
That was your supersonic? Let's do it again.
It was the washing machine. Okay, we're done with that.
But yeah, definitely check that game out at 9:30. Playing the
Tomorrow.
Phoenix Suns. And Phoenix is one of my favorite cities, by the way, in the whole wide world. It is hot as crap out there, but the city is awesome. Oh, just kind of throwing it out there when we went to Phoenix.
I took you by the Footprint Center.
You did. But what I wanted to note was that Cracker Barrel we went to.
Oh, Lord.
With those
You and my parents can't stop talking about that darn Cracker Barrel.
Well, you know what's funny is neither can you. I wish we could grab that lady and have her cook biscuits.
Babe, that's Arizona. We in Oklahoma.
Yeah, but there's Arizona back there. They're getting ready to play for Arizona tomorrow. Phoenix, that is.
But not in Arizona. They're playing in
Oklahoma City. Yeah. So anyway, that's the news for our tornado takeover season.
Oh, shiitakes. I forgot.
Talking all that. And then what?
I made a mistake.
Oh. I want y'all to get this on camera. She said she made a mistake.
I wanted to personally shout out Mr. How the do you spell pronounce his last name? Mr. Defensive end Emmanuel Ogba, who plays for the Kansas City Chiefs from Oklahoma State. So I shouted out the Oklahoma people who are going to be in the Super Bowl, and I completely forgot this gentleman who was going to be representing Oklahoma State in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, there are only 4 players out of Tulsa that are in the NFL, and none of them will be making it to the Super Bowl. Hopefully, my team right here will be there, and Zaven Collins. And Zaven Collins.
But this is Arizona.
But Zaven Collins played for Tulsa.
This is Oklahoma, remember?
That's right. And since we're talking about the Super Bowl, make sure you guys tune in to IE Sports Radio this weekend. On Sunday, all day Sunday. We will be having a Super Bowl show from basically sun up to sundown. All day on the network. Tune in, join some of the hosts in the chat, some of the hosts from all of our IE Sports Radios. We'll be hosting and co-hosting and jumping in a special guest. Then if you're unable to physically watch the game, make sure you tune into our sister station, USRN. They will be live calling the game. And then make sure you head back over here to IE Sports Radio to join the one and only Larry B on the post-game show. So again, if you're like me and not really feeling the Super Bowl, not really feeling halftime performance, not so sure how you're going to feel about it.
The commercials.
The commercials are the best part, and they've already gone downhill.
That's why I said that.
Then tune in on Sunday to IE Sports Radio. You can catch it on X. You can catch it on YouTube. Make sure you tune in all day. We're going to be covering the entire Super Bowl from different perspectives, from different all of our show hosts across the U.S., And then, like I said, tune into our sister station, USRN, to catch the game. And after the game, jump back to IE Sports Radio to join Larry B for the post-game show.
Definitely.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No. I think we've covered everything.
All right, guys. Well, thank you to each and every one of you that has jumped in and joined us today. We greatly appreciate it. So glad that finally you were able to join us. You were able to get our Chinese food was safe and secure. The bag was safe and secure, and you were able to join us for the last half hour of our show.
A little less than half hour, but but I'm glad to be here. Thank you for your patience, guys. And you guys have an awesome week. Make sure you guys check us out.
Absolutely. You guys know where to find us. Make sure you head over to Twitter, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Find us there at Tornado TKOV _IE. Make sure you check out IE Sports Radio on all of your social media platforms at IE Sports Radio. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. We hope everyone has a safe, happy, and blessed week. You guys have been watching Tornado Takeover. We are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela. And you've been watching right here on IE Sports Radio.
Direct feed.
For all that is sports, we will chat with you guys next week.
Hey.